Hey guys, Shots Online here again, giving you a review of Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, Grand Theft Auto has just hit the biggest game starting in history, hitting $1 billion in 3 days. But with that, I wanted to give you a review of the game. I bought it, I had it pre-ordered months and months ahead, and I got it. Yes. Mine is for Xbox 360, I don't think that matters, but a lot of people are waiting for it for PC. But the review is, I'm mostly happy. Now, a lot of people are saying this is the greatest game of all time, and yes, I love the game. I think it turned out amazing, I think it's unique, I think everything is just, it's perfectly made, but one thing they took away from Grand Theft Auto 4 that I wish they kept in, that I think was perfect from that game, that they've put into this game, and it's been changed. There's one thing I don't like, but I'll get to that later. Grand Theft Auto 5 is starring 3 main characters instead of the typical 1 like we've always had. Yes, right away you only have 1, then you unlock 2 right away, and then Trevor's way later. Like, I've played for a few days, and I still haven't hit him. He's right after, I think, the heist, which is shown in the commercial. I'm not spoiling anything. The things I'm going to spoil are things that you would have figured out within playing the game for 10 minutes or watching another review. Now, the game has missions, side missions, strangers and freaks, and then random events, and that is amazing. It gives a great replay value that a lot of games don't bring these days, where it's basically you play it once and it's over, or it's something you can always play over and over and go up levels, like RPGs, MMOs, MOBAs, whatever. I think the game is extremely original in how unique it is, how personal it's being to you. You're never going to play the game the same twice. What I always value in a game is replay value, and this game has the most I've seen in any game, I have to say. The characters are made well, the dialogue is insanely crazy, and half of which you can't say if you're a white person, and I think the story is extremely well thought out, and the fact you could pick which way you want to go, and the way you can pick ways you want to go with certain missions, and you make certain people not in your life get in, all that stuff is awesome. And I heard there's multiple different endings. I think there's 3 or something like that you'll get to. And the fact that there's more than one, like every Grand Theft Auto before, there's always one. You're following the same storyline. You're always going to play the same storyline on all the other Grand Theft Autos. This one is different. But to hit that one thing that I don't like is the crash and drive mechanics. People compare the drive mechanics of this game to Midnight Club, which I don't like. I don't think the racing in that game is realistic or any bit, you bounce off walls, you take no damage. You're seeing that a lot in Grand Theft Auto 5. In Grand Theft Auto 4, if you hit one thing, your bumper was hanging down. You hit another thing, your fender was bruised, You see every bit of what you hit would take damage accordingly. In this game, I've been pitted by a cop car into the front grille of a semi-truck and took 0 damage. Why? The one thing I loved and I thought was so perfect from Grand Theft Auto 4 was the driving and crash mechanics, especially the crash mechanics, which the crash mechanics I'm extremely picky on in any game. The only games I actually think have been perfect with it are Grand Theft Auto 4 and Grid 2. They're very realistic and all that stuff, but within Grand Theft Auto 5, you hit one wall and your front tire's bent in. No, that's not how it's supposed to work. Yes, that's more realistic, but you're not going to hit it. But you're not going to get that every time you hit the frickin' front wheel on something. The only problem I have with this game is the crash mechanics. Driving, while yes, it's game, but I can get over the driving, but the crash mechanics has just, it's failed me. And that's the one complaint I have about the entire game. Everything else is crisp, awesome, unique, original. It's a perfect game to me, the person that doesn't even play story modes in a lot of games, and I've been playing the story mode of this, but the crash mechanics are not good. They're not on point, and I think they're very, very, brings me back to thinking of like what you see when you play Need for Speed or Gran Turismo or something, where if you hit something you take no damage and you bounce off of a wall. I don't like that. Games like Saints Row and stuff like that where the crashing is just not real. And that's my one problem with Grand Theft Auto 5. But otherwise, I think it's a great game. I definitely give it a 4.9 out of 5.0, if that's a thing. My one guff is that crash mechanics, and I think they're very shit. But the rest of it, amazing. Storylines, perfect, I think, and I'm waiting for online. Can't wait for online, and you'll definitely get a video out of me with some online stuff later. But that is my review of Grand Theft Auto 5. If you want to see linky stuff, links is down below for the Twitch and all that stuff like that. Subscribe if you want to. Throw this around if you feel the same about the review as me. I'm out of here. I will bring you more videos and some interesting videos you probably would have never expected this channel this week and stuff. Oh, I'll be streaming this week too. Stream is below as well. So see you guys later.